Australia, with its sun-soaked beaches, iconic wildlife, and reputation for a laid-back lifestyle, has long been a dream destination for many seeking a fresh start. But is it truly the paradise it's made out to be? Beneath the postcard-perfect scenery lies a reality that's far from idyllic. In 2025, rising costs, environmental challenges, and societal shifts are painting a different picture of life in Australia. For those considering a move, these factors might just make you think twice. Before you pack your bags for Australia, hit that subscribe button and join us as we dive into 10 compelling reasons why Australia might not be the best decision this year. 1. Housing affordability crisis. The housing market in Australia is in crisis, with homeownership increasingly out of reach for many. In major cities, median house prices now exceed 1.5 million Australian dollars, making it nearly impossible for prospective buyers to enter the market without substantial financial resources. This affordability issue extends to renters, who are grappling with skyrocketing rental prices as demand far outstrips supply. Many households are under intense financial strain, struggling to secure and maintain a place to live. Several factors drive this crisis. A growing population has fueled housing demand, but the construction of affordable homes has failed to keep pace. The insufficient housing stock intensifies competition, particularly in urban centers like Sydney and Melbourne, where most Australians live and work. Young people, immigrants, and first-time buyers face particularly steep challenges, often finding the process discouraging and unattainable. This imbalance between supply and demand has created a market that favors higher-income individuals, leaving lower and middle-income households at a significant disadvantage. Without targeted policies to address these issues, such as increasing affordable housing construction and implementing measures to curb excessive price growth, the housing crisis will likely continue to worsen, further straining the financial well-being of Australians. Addressing the crisis requires coordinated efforts from policymakers, developers, and communities. Increasing the supply of affordable housing, implementing effective rent controls, and exploring alternative housing models are essential steps. Without meaningful intervention, the dream of owning or even renting a stable home may remain out of reach for a growing number of Australians. 2. High cost of living. Australia is one of the world's most expensive countries, and in 2025, the cost of living continues to rise sharply. Major cities like Sydney and Melbourne frequently rank among the priciest in global surveys. Affordable housing is increasingly elusive, putting immense pressure on residents. The high cost of utilities, groceries, and dining out further amplifies financial burdens. A simple meal at a mid-range restaurant costs over $30 Australian dollar, while monthly utility bills often surpass $200 Australian dollar. Transportation is another concern, with petrol prices staying elevated and public transport fares climbing steadily. For those planning to move to Australia, a substantial income or financial buffer is essential to navigate these costs. Without adequate preparation, many may find it difficult to make ends meet. The high cost of living also impacts quality of life, as individuals and families are forced to make sacrifices or reconsider their relocation plans altogether. Despite its appeal, Australia's rising expenses present a significant challenge for residents and newcomers alike. 3. Job market uncertainty. Australia's economy remains stable, but the job market faces significant challenges. By 2025, industries like manufacturing and retail continue to decline due to automation and growing global competition, resulting in job losses and fewer opportunities in traditionally strong sectors. Meanwhile, demand for skilled workers in fields such as healthcare and IT remains high. However, for newcomers, especially migrants, entering the workforce can be daunting. Many employers prioritize candidates with local experience and familiarity with Australian workplace practices, creating barriers for skilled professionals eager to contribute. Additionally, discrimination in hiring processes persists as a significant issue, limiting career prospects for migrants and undermining the inclusivity of the job market. Addressing these challenges requires comprehensive strategies. Initiatives that offer migrants access to local experience, mentorship programs, and professional networking can help bridge the gap and integrate their expertise into the workforce. Simultaneously, stricter enforcement of anti-discrimination policies is essential to promote fairness in hiring practices. By fostering a more inclusive job market, Australia can leverage its diverse talent pool and ensure that economic stability is matched by equitable opportunities for all. 4. High taxation. Australia's progressive tax system is designed to ensure that individuals contribute to funding essential public services, but it can be a burden for some, particularly those in higher income brackets. Income tax rates in Australia can climb as high as 45% for the wealthiest individuals, and the Goods and Services Tax, GST, is applied to most goods and services. While these taxes support vital services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure, the overall tax burden can be a shock for newcomers, especially those coming from countries with lower tax rates. For entrepreneurs and small business owners, the situation can be even more challenging. Australia's complex tax laws, including requirements for record keeping, GST collection, and various deductions, can create additional administrative burdens. The need to comply with a wide array of tax regulations and ensure timely submissions increases the risk of errors or penalties, adding stress and financial strain. Despite these challenges, the tax system plays a crucial role in supporting Australia's welfare and public services. However, clearer guidance, streamlined processes, and ongoing support for businesses and individuals can help ease the burden and improve understanding of the tax system. 5. Stringent immigration policies. Australia has a strong reputation for welcoming skilled workers, but by 2025, its immigration policies have become increasingly restrictive and challenging for prospective migrants. Visa requirements are now more complex and expensive, with the points-based system heavily favoring highly skilled individuals in specific industries. This has left many applicants struggling to meet the stringent criteria, excluding a significant portion of the global talent pool. Adding to the difficulty, visa processing times have stretched considerably, creating uncertainty for individuals and families eager to relocate. Even temporary visas, once considered a gateway to permanent residency, now come with numerous restrictions, making it difficult for migrants to establish long-term stability. These limitations have led to growing frustration among skilled workers looking to contribute to Australia's economy and society. Industries already facing workforce shortages may feel the impact of these restrictive policies. To maintain its status as a top destination for global talent, Australia must strike a balance between rigorous requirements and accessibility. By streamlining processes and expanding opportunities, the country can ensure it continues to attract and retain a diverse and capable workforce. 6. Remote location and isolation. Australia's geographical location offers both advantages and challenges. Its remoteness has provided insulation from global conflicts, contributing to the country's stability and security. However, this same isolation creates significant difficulties, particularly in terms of international travel. Flights to Europe or North America often exceed 20 hours and can cost thousands of dollars, making travel both expensive and time-consuming. For those with family or professional ties abroad, this distance poses emotional and logistical challenges. Maintaining close relationships or attending significant events can become complex and financially burdensome. The physical separation often leads to feelings of disconnection, as frequent travel is impractical for many. Despite these obstacles, Australia's isolation has contributed to a unique cultural identity and strong local connections. Its position has allowed the country to develop a distinct way of life, blending a focus on community with a diverse cultural heritage. However, bridging the gap between this island nation and the rest of the world remains crucial. Accessible travel options and reliable communication technologies are essential to maintaining Australia's global ties and ensuring its residents remain connected to the wider world while celebrating their distinctiveness at home. 7. Climate challenges. Australia has always faced extreme weather, but climate challenges have escalated dramatically in recent years. By 2025, the impacts of climate change are more pronounced than ever, with record-breaking heat waves, devastating bushfires, and catastrophic floods becoming increasingly frequent. These events are no longer exceptions, but part of a troubling new norm. The consequences are far-reaching. Communities face heightened risks to safety, with lives and properties continually under threat. The strain on public infrastructure is immense, as resources are stretched to manage evacuations, rebuild damaged areas, and adapt to the changing climate. Beyond the physical toll, the psychological impact is significant. Constant exposure to climate-related disasters contributes to widespread anxiety, stress, and trauma, affecting the mental well-being of countless Australians. Addressing these challenges requires urgent action, strengthening disaster preparedness, investing in resilient infrastructure, and committing to meaningful climate policies are crucial to safeguarding Australia's future. 8. Healthcare system strain. Australia's healthcare system is renowned for its high quality, but mounting pressures are straining its effectiveness. Public hospitals face long waiting times, and accessing specialist care often requires months of patience. These challenges are compounded by an aging population, which drives up demand for medical services and a persistent shortage of healthcare professionals, particularly in rural and remote areas where access to care is already limited. For migrants, navigating the healthcare system can be particularly daunting. While Medicare provides essential coverage, bureaucratic hurdles can make accessing services challenging. On the other hand, private health insurance often involves significant out-of-pocket costs and complex coverage terms, leaving many confused and frustrated as they seek suitable care. Addressing these pressures requires targeted strategies. Increased investment in healthcare infrastructure and the training and retention of medical professionals, particularly in underserved regions, are essential steps. Additionally, improving system navigation support for migrants, such as multilingual resources and community-based assistance, can help newcomers access care more effectively. Ensuring Australia's healthcare system remains accessible, efficient, and equitable is critical to meeting the growing needs of its population and maintaining its reputation for excellence. 9. Cultural adjustment difficulties. Australia is renowned for its multicultural society, but adapting to its culture can be challenging for newcomers. Social norms, communication styles, and humor often differ greatly from what migrants are accustomed to, sometimes resulting in misunderstandings or feelings of isolation. Building connections and integrating into local communities can take time, especially for those unfamiliar with Australian customs or lifestyle. While major cities like Sydney and Melbourne are highly diverse and inclusive, rural and regional areas can offer a different experience. These regions often lack the same cultural diversity, making it more difficult for migrants to feel a sense of belonging. Additionally, access to culturally specific services, support networks, and community programs is often limited outside urban centers, complicating the adjustment process. To foster a more inclusive environment, initiatives that promote cultural exchange and diversity awareness across all parts of the country are vital. Expanding community programs, providing resources for newcomers, and encouraging greater engagement between locals and migrants can help build understanding and reduce barriers. By supporting inclusion efforts nationwide, Australia can ensure its multicultural identity continues to thrive and that newcomers feel welcomed and valued. 10. Biodiversity threats and environmental issues. Australia is renowned for its unique wildlife and breathtaking natural landscapes, attracting visitors and nature enthusiasts from around the world. However, these iconic treasures are under significant threat. Deforestation, pollution, and the accelerating effects of climate change are taking a severe toll on the country's biodiversity. The loss of vital habitats, particularly in forested and coastal regions, has put many species at risk. Koalas, once a symbol of Australia's wildlife, are facing habitat destruction and disease, while the Great Barrier Reef, one of the world's natural wonders, is experiencing unprecedented coral bleaching due to rising sea temperatures. Conservation efforts are in place, but they often struggle to keep up with the rapid pace of environmental decline. Resources for protecting endangered species and ecosystems are limited, and the scale of the problem demands urgent action. For environmentally conscious individuals, the sight of Australia's environmental degradation can be deeply disheartening. Many are left feeling helpless as they watch iconic species and ecosystems shrink before their eyes. Addressing these challenges requires a comprehensive approach that includes stricter environmental protections, sustainable land management practices, and global cooperation on climate change. Only through collective action can Australia hope to preserve its natural heritage for future generations. Australia offers many advantages, including a high standard of living, a stable economy, and stunning natural beauty, making it a desirable destination for many. However, as of 2025, economic pressures, environmental challenges, and societal complexities highlight the need to carefully weigh the pros and cons before making a move. The cost of housing, particularly in major cities, has become a significant barrier for many, and the country's remoteness can make international travel costly and time-consuming. Additionally, climate change has increased the frequency of extreme weather events, placing further strain on both the environment and public infrastructure. Relocating to any country is a significant decision that requires thoughtful consideration of these factors. While Australia's lifestyle and opportunities may appeal to many, it's important to understand the realities of life here, including the challenges that may come with adjusting to the culture, navigating the healthcare system, and managing financial demands. Ultimately, the decision to move should align with your personal priorities, circumstances, and long-term goals. Whether it's for career opportunities, a better quality of life, or the desire to experience a new culture, being well-informed will ensure that your relocation decision is the right one for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights and advice on navigating life in Australia. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.